Welcome back to Making a Difference. Joining me now is Janet Hamada. She's the Executive Director for The Next Door. Janet, thanks so much.
Oh, thank you. We're great. We're very excited to be.
I've always been a little nervous to have Next Door Inc. on Making a Difference because of the fact that it is an umbrella organization and there's so many services underneath that umbrella that I wanted to be able to make it clear to people. So that's why you're here.
Right. Try to make sense of it all.
Yeah. Well, try to tell me a little bit about the history and how it evolved and became what it is today.
Yeah, well, I love our history, and I've been learning about it since I became the executive director 2.5 years ago. In 1971, a group of concerned Columbia Gorge citizens, mostly from Hood River, got together and decided they wanted to help some troubled youth in the neighborhood. And so they put together a group foster home for boys, mostly adolescent boys, and called it The Next Door because they want it to be a safe and thriving environment for the kids, but didn't want it to stand out as an agency. So that's what it became. That's how it started in the 70s and stayed that way for about 15 years. Became more than a group foster home, became a residential treatment center, which was a little bit heavier on the staff and needing a little bit more therapy for the kids. The kids were from all over Eastern Oregon, so not only Hood River and Wasco counties, but all over Eastern Oregon, primarily rural counties.
Yeah. So where did it go from there? What happened next with Next Door?
So about that same time, one of my predecessors, Michael Mailing, who a lot of community know, he was the executive director of The Next Door for years, and he decided, wouldn't it be nice, here we have a foster program for kids who have sometimes gotten themselves in trouble, but sometimes been abused and neglected by their families. Wouldn't it be nice if we stopped kids from getting into trouble or having trouble happen to them? And so he decided to go into what we call prevention, but it's basically helping to stop kids from getting into trouble. So he started all kinds of programs, and in the course of the last 15 years, we have added additional programs to work on prevention and wellness health promotion. So overall, we have 4 main program areas now, and in those 4, there are about 22 different projects going on. So our 4 main program areas are treatment services, new parent services and families first, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and Nuestra Comunidad Sana and youth and family services.
So for people who are just now getting familiar with The Next Door, can you tell us your mission statement and your visioning for the programs?
Our mission statement is opening doors to new possibilities by strengthening children and families and improving communities. Very, very broad. And we came up with that mission statement, the board and employees, about 2 years ago, and deliberately wanted to make it broad. Our vision is for all children to be supported and valued by a caring community. And so really, again, very, very broad. We'd love to go out of business. That's what I say. I mean, we really would, because it would mean that all kids are being cared for. And we understand the realities are that a lot of families can't care sufficiently for their children, but the community should be there as a safety net.
Well, Janet, thanks so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we'll find out about a nationwide event that Columbia Gorge businesses participate in to help raise money through bowling for Big Brothers and Big Sisters.